Hi, my name is Tara, and I prosecute cases involving domestic violence and violations of orders for protection. An order for protection, also referred to as a restraining order, harassment order, or protective order, depending on where you live, is an order that you can get from a judge telling your abuser he can't have contact with you. This means in person, on the phone, text messaging, Facebook, or trying to get messages to you through third parties. This can include your home, where you work, and where you go to school. This is not a divorce order. It does not divide your stuff. This is about your safety. The order may also include your children or other minors living with you, although different communities handle the issue of children being included in protective orders differently. If you have an advocate, talk with that person about how this works in your community. It's also helpful to work with an advocate to help you think through the kinds of things you may want to include in your order and the kind of information you'll need to share with the judge who may be issuing the order. The important thing to know about orders for protection is that once a judge signs it, that order is between the judge and your abuser. It's no longer you telling him that he has to stay away. It's the judge. And violation of that judge's order is a crime. Once a person has an order for protection issued against them, they are required to follow it no matter what. So even if the abuser is invited to your home, if an order says he's not supposed to be there, he's breaking the law if he comes over. If your circumstances change, you can go back to the judge and ask to have that order canceled. But it's important to know that the decision whether to lift that order is up to the judge. So before you get an order for protection, talk with an advocate so you think through all of the possible things you want that order to say. When you have an order for protection against someone, it's important to report any time your batterer violates that order. Not all violations are necessarily going to be charged as a crime, but it's still important for law enforcement to keep a record of it. Another important thing to know is that you, the person who got the restraining order, cannot be charged with a crime for having contact with the person who's named in the order. In some communities, law enforcement sees this differently, but you have not broken the law. It's helpful to talk to your advocate about the policies where you live.